And NASCAR is doing something very special this year. They are partnering with Honor and Remember. It's a nonprofit organization that honors fallen military heroes and their families. We're joined now by George Lutz. He's the founder of Honor and Remember. George, appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining us.
No, I'm honored to have the opportunity. Thank you.
Of course. So, what can you tell us about the families that you're hosting this weekend, and what's everybody looking forward to as we look at these live pictures there at the track?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's an amazing day, right? As the president just said, it's a great American race. It's the Super Bowl of NASCAR, and we've been privileged to have a partnership with NASCAR now for going on 14 years of bringing families to the track. And today we have the family of Corporal Jimmy Shelton, who lost his life just a couple of weeks before my own son was killed in Iraq. And we have his mother and his brother, one of his brothers, and some of the other family members with us. And it's just an amazing experience to be able to not only recognize that we live in a free country, but those families who actually raise loved ones that enable us to stay in a free country.
Yeah.
And so we just had an amazing drivers meeting where they were honored and their son's name was called out. And it's just a super opportunity of a behind the scenes experience, right? That very few rarely, ever get to have.
It's very much a patriotic flag waving event every year, but it's going to hold a special place in a lot more people's hearts because of what NASCAR is doing with your organization. Look at these flags waving. We've got the president's limousine here, perhaps about to take a lap around the track. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance that's going on there at the Daytona 500 this year. I want to hear a little bit more about your son. I know it's been 20 years now. I can't imagine, what that's like losing a child, and if it gets any easier years after the fact. But Tony lost his life while serving in Iraq. Can you tell us his story?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was a great man, very gregarious, loved people. He came to me one day and said, "Dad, I joined the Army." And I said, "Are you crazy? There's a war going on. You could get hurt." But he said, "Dad, I know what I'm doing. I have a skill I think that can make a difference. And, don't worry, I'll be back." And of course, we got that knock on the door 6 weeks into his first deployment, that he was not coming home. And so it's a devastating moment, right? How do you handle that as a family? But so he had a wife and two children, just an amazing man. And we turned that grief into really a celebration, if you will, not mourning the fact that he was gone, but celebrating that we had those moments and years with him, right? And so through that grief and through that process, the Honor and Remember flag was created. It was created to be an expression of appreciation that all Americans could embrace and fly, on their flagpoles at home, to send that message to all the other Gold Star families in America that they may never meet. Just a simple message of thanks.
Yeah, so he was killed by a sniper's bullet while he was on patrol in Fallujah and leaving behind that beautiful wife and two kids. I guess it's nice for you at least to have these beautiful grandchildren that I'm sure are adults now. For your family and the other Gold Star families, just how important is the support that folks receive after losing a loved one? And what's your organization doing exactly? How does it help?
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the most important things is remembrance, right? We're getting ready to come upon our 250th year, as a nation. And one of the things that families want to know is that their loved ones' sacrifice had not been in vain and that they still be remembered, right? And so I've had the opportunity to meet now thousands of families personally. And the one thing they keep saying over and over is, "Please don't let my loved one be forgotten." Because this is the thing they hold on to. No matter the gifts or the benefits they may receive, they really want to know that somebody still cares. And so what we do as an organization is we're creating a national symbol of remembrance, right? A symbol by which they will be seen by these families all across America, where they live, where they travel. And so that is our gift to them, right? That expression. 28 state adoptions, We have a federal bill in Congress right now to make this the national symbol of remembrance. And besides that, every time we touch a family, they become a part of a growing number of family.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.